Good morning, dear students. As we are in chapter number 3, subtraction, in our previous class we have learned to check the subtraction with the help of addition. Now, the topic of today's class is word problem. What do we understand by word problem? A word problem is a few sentences describing a real life scenario where a problem needs to be solved by way of mathematical calculation. Dear students, basically a word problem is described in some sentences about a real life scenario where we need to solve the problem with the help of mathematical calculation. There are some points that we should remember while solving word problem. What are those points? The first point is read and understand the statement of word problem very carefully. What we need to do is we should read the statement very carefully and try to understand what is being said or what is being asked in the statement. After that, second point is identify important information from the statement. After reading the statement, we need to identify the important information that is given in that statement of word problem. After that, we should write the statement and solve the problem, and lastly we should write the answer statement. This is how we can solve the word problem easily. Now there is one more thing that we should remember. There are certain terms that we use for subtraction. We need to remember all the terms. What are those terms? Left, taken away, how many more than, how many more needed, remained, difference, given away. All these terms are used for subtraction. If in a word problem statement any of these terms are used, it means we need to subtract in that sum. All these terms implies subtraction. Let us solve one example to understand it in a better way. Dear students, let us read the statement first. A toy seller had 634 balls and he sold 419 balls. How many balls are left with him? After reading the statement, we understood that a toy seller had how many balls? Yes, total number of balls are 634. Out of 634 balls, he sold 419 balls. We need to find out how many balls are left with him. After reading this statement, we understood that there are some important information. First thing is how many. How many is the term that we use for subtraction. It means we need to subtract in this word problem. After that, if we need to subtract in this example of word problem, so we need to find out which one is the bigger number or minuend, or which one is the smaller number or subtrahend. So in this statement, total number of balls are 634, so it will be the bigger number. This is the second important information from this word problem. And the third one is 419 is the smaller number or subtrahend. Now we gathered all the important information after reading this statement carefully. Let us solve this word problem now. We will first write the place values, and then we will write the first statement for the bigger number or minuend. What we will write? Total balls in toy shop. What is the total number of balls in the toy shop? Yes, 634. And then we will write the statement for the smaller number or subtrahend. What we will write? Balls sold. How many balls he sold out of 634 balls? Yes, 419. And we need to find out how many balls are left with him. So we need to subtract. Here comes the subtraction sign or minus sign. Let us subtract. As we know, we always start subtracting from the ones place. As we can see, 4 and 9 is there in the ones place, in the bigger number and the smaller number. 9 is the bigger digit than 4. We cannot subtract 9 from 4, so what we need to do? We need to borrow from the tens place. 3 is there in the tens place, so we will borrow 1 tens from the tens place. So we will write 2 in the tens place and we will add 1 tens to 4, so it will become 14. Now we can easily subtract 9 from 14. When we subtract 9 from 14, we'll get 5. Now after finishing subtracting ones place, we will move to tens place. 2 minus 1 will be 1. After finishing subtracting the tens place, we will move to hundreds place. 6 minus 4 equals to 2. Now we know the difference obtained after subtracting 419 from 634 is 215. So in the answer statement, we can write 215 balls are left with him. So dear students, in today's class we have learned what are the points we should keep in mind while solving word problem. I hope this video will help you to solve word problems. That's all for today's class. Thank you.